Hello again, and welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Ruhr Report. I'm the Ruhr 2IC, and today we're going to finish up our Zombieland mini-series. So we're going to go over the last five, just like we've done in all the previous ones. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to go check it out. This is just a fun way where we can take a survivalistic Hollywood-style movie and have some fun with it. Now, in this, if this is your first time watching, welcome. Appreciate it. For all of you that have buckled up and watched all of these, I really appreciate it. You guys are rocking. I love you guys for it. But let's go ahead and jump straight into this one. Again, I'm going to try and keep these short. And so let's go ahead and jump into where are we at? Number 20. Oh, I've lost where we are. We're at 30. Excuse me. All right, so number 30. Pack your stain stick. Okay. So when it comes to that, we're going to think outside the box, the way that we've always done in this one. And so in that, they are talking about an actual little thing that you go and remove stains. So how do we apply that into the prepping world? Well, you're going to make mistakes. It's kind of like pack your eraser, pack whatever. You're going to make mistakes, and you need to be able to be prepared that when a mistake happens, that you can mentally you're prepared for it and that you are physically prepared for it. And so, in just a real quick roundabout way, one, you got to remember you're human and that you're going to make mistakes. You have to mentally be prepared that whether it is a doesn't matter sort of, event or whatever, where it's just you laugh it off and no big deal, versus, I've really got to get this done and you make a mistake. You have to be able to go, okay, we've got to move on from this, learn from it, and next time we'll try not to make that mistake. The same thing with the reason why we prep. If you make the mistake to where your rope breaks or your knife chips or something along those lines, your clothes rip, you have the way to fix that. Do you have that? Did you pack your stain stick? Did you pack your sewing? Your can you patch it up? Can you fix it? Is your rope? Did you pack extra rope? Can you repair or mend your rope? Can you make new rope? There's a bunch of different ways to look at that. So let's move on to the next one, which is 31. Check the back seat. Okay, that is a really, really good one. Now you can take that at face value and use it right now, which I hope most of you do. If you are anywhere where you are not in eyesight of your vehicle, it's in the garage, you went into the store, whatever. If you are not able to actually see your car from the time that you get out of it to the time that you get into it, which most of us don't walk backwards. So the second you get out of your car, you don't see it. You should walk up to your car with the kind of inception that there might be somebody in it. And so I know it's a scary thing. I know that it's almost out of the realm to where you're like, well, that's just crazy talk. It's crazy talk until there's somebody in it. Okay. We live in a whole different world. I remember growing up, we never locked our front doors. You didn't have to. Nowadays, you have to. You have to lock everything. You have to put an alarm on it. It's not just locking it anymore. So, yeah, you need to make sure that you are checking your back seats. And it's double checking everything. Take it out of just the car realm. You need to make sure that you check your rooms, you check your front door, you check everything because you never know where somebody is going to just pop out of nowhere where they shouldn't be. So check things. Next is going to be number 32. This is probably one of my favorite ones. Enjoy the little things. Okay. Now I'm going to try and keep this video short, but I'm going to talk about this one for just a little bit. This is probably one of the golden rules. I know the two is one and one is none and all sorts of different other prepping things, but I'm going to tell you right here, this has a special place in my heart. This is one of the ones that would make the top five list of golden rules for prepping. Remember the little things. It's so easy when you get first started. It's so easy that when you've been into it for 5, 10 years plus, you forget. Okay. It's the little things. Those are the important things. It's the ones that are often overlooked, but are actually one of the most important. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's put it this way: having that little wallet size picture of your kids, of your family, of anybody or anything along those lines that is near and dear to your heart, to have that right there, to have some little memento that brings back one of the happiest memories that you have, it comes down to it's pointless. You're not going to eat the picture, that little memento, thing that's probably worth $1 or whatever. It's not going to save your life. It can't treat an illness, things like that. I get it, I get it. But mentally, pull that out in the high stress, environment to have the worst day, the worst week, the worst month, and to be able to pull something out is going to mean probably life and death. Okay. One of the greatest people that I look up to in the kind of prepping world that's on TV is Les Stroud. And he talks about it a little bit throughout his entire series there, where just bringing something as simple as a harmonica, just something to get your mind off things, to bring a smile to your face, to get that warm fuzzy again. Um, it's going to be things like that. You're going to you're going to be on such a high guard. You're going to be so stressed out. You're going to be constantly thinking, because every day is just going to be a fight for survival. But to be able to take 5, 10 minutes and throw rocks and skip it across the pond or do something, it's the little things that's going to really, I think, make or break the people that can get over that initial hump of whatever the event is. When the balloon goes up, whatever that is, if you can get X amount of people to survive whatever period, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, to where everything's kind of settling a little bit. uh, I think the people that remember the little things are the people that's probably going to go the distance. So, extremely important rule. Let's move on. Okay, so number 33, Swiss Army knife. Okay, excellent. You could take it at face value. It's probably really good idea to have at least one Swiss Army knife. Why? Because they're versatile. They come with all the little fun, cool, nifty attachments that fold out. You got the saw, the knife, the tweezers, the scissors, files. All that little stuff. That's one of them things. Oh, is that a Swiss Army knife? Uh, they're important to have. Now, I know that most people have moved on and substitute into a multi-tool, which again is a great thing. I'm not going to ever doubt the multi-tool, and in a lot of cases, a multi-tool is better. But the Swiss Army knife has its place. Uh, but you can take it out of the box a little bit, and you have the versatility. You have something that has a multi-use role. Or is it a single use roll? One of the easiest ways to lighten up like a bug out bag is instead of having 5 objects in there, is there something that you can replace each and every one of those? Can you put one thing in that'll take care of 5 things? Uh, so it's a good rule to have in here. It's a good rule to apply to a lot of different things. Is there a way that you can multi-purpose and multi-role into one? And then last and not least, and we're going to round out this video with number 34, clean socks. Okay. Take care of your feet. I mean, if you haven't watched Forrest Gump to know how important socks are, uh, you know, you're trust me, one of the probable how do I put it? Probably the biggest thing that I have ever seen when people ask me to take a look at their bug out bag and things like that. The second that I get handed the bag or sent a picture, I usually 9 times out of 10 go, "Where's your socks and underwear?" And usually they go, well, no, you're going to want clean socks and underwear. If that right there is not one of the very first things in your EDC, in your overnight bag, into your get home bag, into whatever, if you do not have clean socks and underwear in any of your bags, then you might want to sit down this weekend and reevaluate. Trust me, it kind of goes back to enjoy the little things, to have clean, dry socks, underwear, things like that. It makes the world a difference. I'm sure most of you have been caught in a rainstorm or stepped in a puddle or whatever, and you've had to go a significant amount of time making that little slosh in your shoes, and you get cold and pruny and whatever else. It's not fun. Now imagine if you didn't have any other socks, or you didn't have any change of underwear, you got soaked or whatever, and you're unable, you don't have the ability to change into something. It's going to make for a really, really bad time. Remember, if we're talking SHTF, you have to use this bag. It's already a really bad time. So the best thing that you can do is don't stack on top of it. Plan for it. Okay. It's one of those ones, socks and underwear, they don't take up really any room. They're really lightweight. They serve multiple purposes if they have to. So it's one of the ones that I have told countless times. If you're going to build a bag, that needs to be up there on the list. So let's go ahead and do a quick run through. I know this is a little bit longer of a video. I apologize, but it's the last one, so we're going to have a little bit of fun with it. Okay. So let's go ahead and run through the list again. So number 30, pack your stain stick. You're going to make mistakes, okay? Make sure that you try and prepare. It's the whole reason to be in this is you are preparing, okay? You're pre-doing it. And so you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to make sure that you look at the different things that you could possibly make a mistake with, and pack the things that you will need in order that if a mistake happens, what's the probability of me tromping around the woods and tearing my t-shirt? Pretty significant. What do I need to do if I make that accident? Maybe have a sewing kit. So next is going to be number 31. Check the back seat. Extremely important. You should do it now. Check your back seat. You should definitely do it after SHTF. It's a great habit to get into now while everything's still calm. But check your doors. Check your front door. Check your rear door. Check your barn door. Check everything. Okay. It's not being paranoid. And what's it do? It takes an extra half a second or so, and it gives you a peace of mind. And it's one of those ones that people don't do it because it won't happen to them. And it's really odd to me that if you are in the preparedness community and you go, well, I don't check the back seat because that stuff just doesn't happen to me. What are you preparing for? Okay. It happens, and it doesn't happen until it does. So next one is again my absolute favorite. Enjoy the little things. That really doesn't need much more than just saying exactly what that is. In your EDC, pack something that's going to make you smile. Okay, and it's one of those ones that's going to be built around you. Don't listen to everybody else. Whether that's going to be a picture, whether it's going to be a piece of candy, whatever it is, it's got to be fitted to your needs. And so you figure out what is it that if it's a really, really bad day, what can I pull out that'll just make me calm and smile? That's what you need to look into. Where are we at? So number 33, Swiss Army knife. What can you do that is a multi-purpose? What can you do to where you can lighten the load and take things off and make it to where uh, you can accomplish a couple of things with one thing? It's kind of that kill two birds with one stone. It's the way that you can lighten up a bunch of your packs. It's a way that you can get a lot of things done quickly and more efficiently in a lot of things. So there's a lot of different ways to look at the Swiss Army knife. And then last but not least is number 34, which is clean socks, which we kind of put clean underwear as well. They're both extremely important. And so If you have not built a bag, put that in there first, okay? Trust me. Just put it in there first. If you've built your bag and you don't have clean socks underwear, go throw it in there right now. Click off this video. Go throw clean socks and underwear in your bag. You should have uh, clean socks and underwear that go with you everywhere. Trust me, it's going to be that thing that you're going to probably carry it around for years and never need it. And then the one day that you do need it, you're going to be extremely thankful that you took it with you. And then you'll be just like me and just like a bunch of people, and you're going to swear by it and you're going to tell everybody you know, hack clean socks and underwear. All right, guys, that's what I've got for you today. I had fun with this little mini series. We will probably do some more on the future. So if you made it through all of the Zombieland series, then guess what? I'm gonna give you two. You guys rock. I appreciate you so much for spending some time with me. We made it. We did it. This was really, really fun. We'll see what comes about in the future. So. With that, I want to say I hope you guys have an extremely blessed day. If you haven't watched the whole series, go back and watch it all. Just click on the little thing and it'll take you to the whole series and you can watch them the back. It's really fun. If there's any questions, comments, concern, drop them down below. Hit all the likes and subscribe. Do the fun YouTube things that you know what to do. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce for the day. So, above all else, remember to remain united because we're all prepping in this together.